Hey guys, welcome back. I am Roarin the Werewolf, and this is Final Fantasy XII. We're at the tomb of Wraithwald, the Dynast King, and we are going to be exploring this dungeon, what creatures it may hold, what treasures it may hold, the bosses, and I believe we get something very, very interesting out of this dungeon. Maybe two things interesting. So, let's go ahead and pop right into it, shall we? What was that thing? A contraption you'd find in all but the most rudimentary ancient ruins. One touch and off your whisk to, you know, not where. The finer points of their operation elude me, but they're handy all the same. What more a sky pirate need to know? Okay, this beginning area. We have a waystone right here, which is incapable of being activated because this is a return waystone. We can return here from other waystones within the dungeon. Now, there are two immediate bosses that you have to fight. One right here and one through that door, and they're both the same one. But one of them, this boss is actually optional. You could run away with from it if you like to, which I may have to end up doing because I've tried this boss off camera and I did die quite a few times until I finally was lucky enough to get it right. But the boss in question is this demon wall. Yeah, this thing comes alive, and you have a certain time limit. At the end of this bridge is the time limit. You can die if you get to the end. So you gotta have your powerful characters already equipped. You have to have everything else squared away, and yeah, we're gonna go ahead and try it out in this part. I'm definitely going to fail. But let's see, we definitely want a party of my strongest characters, which is these three, with the best kind of weapons. The Ossiphone is just a very powerful weapon. We need items that enhance strength, but we also need an accessory, which I have 3 of. I went ahead and bought 3 that grants immune to blindness, because that boss kind of, screws you over with blind. Let's see, we're going to equip 35 out of 36. I can go hand axe, but no, hand axe is too unpredictable. We also need stuff that enhances strength, so I'm gonna have heavy armor equipped on him. Enhance the strength. We're gonna have the Argyle amulet on him as well. I got Argyle, okay, and the hand axe for him. Hopefully the unpredictable nature of the hand axe damage will look favorably in my direction. We also need to take off any healing gambits that we have equipped, because doing healing magic will end up increasing the time that we have. So we're going to be soaking up the damage. Let's see, Vossler in our party. We should be able to do this. For good measure, I am going to... let's see. Is it Arcane? Put Berserk on Vossler. Okay. We're going to give this baby a try. I'm going to immediately cast Slow on our low damage character in order to increase this monster's like time to cast things. Yeah, this is the hardest of the two.
Fight or run? We better decide fast.
And right now, my lowest damage character is Balthier. So, time magic, slow, immobilize. Vaughn has a chance of multiple attacks with the Ossifun in his hand. Hopefully. Alright, now that Vossler is blind, Vaughn is actually slow. I don't have anything to increase his speed. I don't have any haste techniques. We're gonna use eye drops for Vossler. And I don't think there is an item to actually increase my speed. But this removes slow from me. So I'm gonna have this remedy on Vaughn cast by Bosch. There we go. Now we gotta use the alarm clock for taking off sleep. Now this enemy teleports your allies off into who knows where. It looks like Bosch is into the X zone. It's probably best to now equip Balthier with a hand axe in order to increase his damage, since I got two of them now, and increase his defense. The hand axe has a chance of lowering the normal attack, but also doubling it as well. Come on. Oh. Yeah, I'm definitely gonna die this round. Come on! One more! One more! One more! Yes! I got it! Oh, it was right there. It was right there at the end. So close. You don't know how close that was. Yeah, it is a bitch to deal with that enemy, since it sends your characters off into the X zone. You have to go into a different loading screen, a different area, in order to have your character show up again. Now that that demon wall has been taken care of, we have to take care of the next demon wall. And we also have the chance of unlocking a particular powerful sword by way of this once we kill that other demon wall, because that wall raised this platform up on both sides in order for us to access that. So let's go ahead and kill it. This one is a lot easier, and you have a longer length to actually do this in.
comes. We must be quick. Together we can bring it down.
Now, with this particular demon wall, it does give us the opportunity to slow it down. But I am not in need of that since we just defeated the hard one. I don't really need to worry about this one too much since we have a longer length that we can do. Just by going to these torches, if they turn off, they slow down the enemy. If they turn blue, they speed them up. So it's offhand chance that we'll do that. Now, we're going to do the same thing that we did before. Slow magic on the demon wall. But as you can see, we're hitting this one a lot harder. This one has less HP than the optional one that we just defeated. But this one has a chance of casting Doom on us. Now we can use a remedy to get rid of Doom. But remedies are hard to come by. So we won't use a remedy. We will just end up going to the save point outside. Yeah, plus you also have to make sure that you've unlocked the ability to cure Doom with a remedy by going to your augments in your license points grid. Yeah, some of you might not end up actually getting that far with the license points grid unless you do a lot of experience grinding like I have had. I almost have the whole augments completed. Alright, well, that was a weird, like, little jump. Kinda stopped my recording there for a bit. Alright, let's go back inside. Saved it. Cured the Doom. Let's go ahead and move on with the story a little bit, but also let's go ahead and unlock this area. Now we have a pathway to gain a very, very strong weapon. It is going to be the strongest weapon that you come across so far in your playthrough. Even stronger than the one that I'm using. And this one is two-handed while the Demon's Bane is one-handed. But first we're going to move along this path and grab the area map. Now when I was defeating the second demon's door after I managed to defeat the first one in an off-camera playthrough, I tried out these torches, and like I said, if they turn blue they speed it up, but if they turn off they slow them down. But since the boss that I like defeated this one so quickly, I was like, damn, I had that much left to go, because I ended up stopping like right here at this first bit. Like, ugh. And after I was done, I was like, I want these torches back on, because I'm like OCD about it. And like, these two torches were off, and the whole thing was like mislightened in the dungeon. I'm like, oh, I gotta redo all this. Well, I'm gonna redo it all the way, anyways, because you know.
Incredible. It wounds me to look on as they pillage so solemn a place.
Yet without help, you and I are as nothing. Is this not so? He thinks ever and always on his own profit. Assure him of it and he shall remain true to our cause.
I do not share your majesty's trust.
We will continue this later. Now we should concern ourselves with finding the Dawn Shard. It sleeps in waiting, somewhere deep within.
How can you be certain?
I can hear its call.
Oh, silly Princess Ash. That's what Balthier wants you to think. He wants you to think that he's greedy. But no. That's what makes him unpredictable. There's so much more to Balthier than meets the eye, and she's so sure that he's just here for greed. Now, why would Fran be with Balthier if it was just all greed? No. Okay. We are going to be taking this waystone back to the beginning. These lead to the other parts of the dungeon, which we're not going to go to just yet. We are going to make our way and grab that powerful sword of ours. Now, in the guidebook, it is labeled as respawnable. Now, we can actually, if we don't get it to drop with the chest, since we saved it beforehand, we can always come back from a save and then reload it to see if it will drop a second time or whatever. Now, if it does end up being respawnable, I will end up, saying it later on in the video, because I will have to test it out. The chest itself looks unique, not like any of the other little coffers that we've run across so far that are respawnable. So I hope I can only amass at least 2 of them, if it is the case, if I can actually grab, 2 of them. So down here we go. This is only access from that pathway that we've gone through. Nothing else is down here other than this sword, except for these fire blobs that I won't go in their loot list just yet. But as far as I can see, they drop firestones, and you can steal echoes and green liquid, just like the blobs before. It looks like they cast oil, which if they end up using fire magic on you, they will end up hurting you a lot. Let's see. 46 gil. Okay, we have to come back and do it again, but I'll do all that off camera. Alright, and we're back. So yes, the chest is definitely respawnable. All you have to do is save outside, and if you don't happen to get the chest to spawn or get it to not drop the right item, all you have to do is just reload the chest. And you can continue on doing that, because I got myself 2 Demon Bane swords, as well as a very, very, I wasn't expecting it until I ended up getting it. Those little bats that I was fighting to get down there, they end up, you're capable of actually stealing an item called a blood sword. And that too is a pretty decent weapon, especially at your current level. And they have a status effect that you can put on enemies called sap. It slowly drains the HP from enemies. Yeah, these little guys, they drop the blood sword. Well, you can steal the blood sword anyway. Alright, where should we go first? If we go down this path, I don't think we are capable of actually going down there just yet. Yeah, the only way to actually stop sap, if it's actually on you, is to cast regen on yourself. That's what counteracts it. Nothing seems to be corresponding with that. Okay, I guess we do have to go down these paths. Right now, Vaughn is using the Demon's Bane because it's a lot stronger than the Ossifun from what he was using before. And he's capable of equipped with a shield now. Alright, let's see. We got a pathway down there. And more pathways down there. Let's go ahead and go through this door, shall we? Oh, there's a trap, and there's a chest right here. Let's go ahead and pick that up. Come on. Onion arrows. Alright. Seem to find ourselves right here. I assume the other one's in the same spot on the other side. Do we touch this? What's that supposed to do? It only lowered this. Let me go ahead and cure this poison. Half of the Elder Stone is sunk into the floor. So I assume that the other bit would be on the other side. Okay, let's go ahead and use this waystone. It does take us right up here, and as we can see, it's now activated, though the other one isn't. So let's go down to the other side and activate that one. This seems like an easy enough dungeon. Okay, now we're at the next part. Let's go ahead and touch the Southfall Passage Jewel. Alright, that goes all the way under. A lot of liches in this one. Yeah, it seems like different sides have different enemies. Well, there are some familiar ones. Oh, that's a lot of oil. oiled the fuck out of us. We can use these handkerchiefs to get rid of the oil. Since I have nothing else better to use them on. Handkerchief for you. Handkerchief for you. And handkerchief for Vossler. Now let's go down this pathway that opened up. See where this leads us.
Fog? Underground? Not fog. Mist. You can see the mist with your eyes?
Where it is thick enough, you may. The nether runs deep in this place.
So, is the mist dangerous?
Yes, but it is also an aid. A dense mist allows the working of powerful magics.
I'll keep that in mind. Can't count on Vaughn to keep track of these things. That's for sure.
A glowy area. Well, it seems like our magics is probably buffed. Now, where are we on the map? Where in this part? Are there any chests that appear in this area? 4 non-respawnable chests with nothing special in them, so we don't have to worry about that. Ooh, but I guess we're getting close to the boss. Or a boss, I guess. It doesn't appear like there are enemies to fight down here. There's one of the chests that don't respawn. Yeah, they just have basic common items in them. But, I guess we should go ahead and go down there. Ooh, whoa, look at that. Alright, that's something we're gonna fight. His name is Belias, a powerful Esper who hits hard with physical attacks and fire spells. He has a chance of dropping an Ares gem, an Ether, or High Arcana. And also sometimes inflict oil status. So, we are definitely going to have to equip some gambits on us for this fight. I don't think I have... Alright. Let's see, this one is Bosch. Oh, no. Bosch. Cast... Protect. Cast Shell. We actually can, instead of Alibod, we can do Self. That's easier. Self. We can turn those on because this is a magic caster. So let's go ahead and do the same thing with these two characters. Since we are going to be using them, they are not level 30. She already has Libra. Okay, this should work in our favor quite a lot. I don't think I need to actually steal anything from him. The high arcana I can get from other places, but might as well, since I already have it like faux HP at 100% for steal. All right. Here we go. Time to get ready for a fight. Okay. Our magic caster is actually Ash, so she can go ahead and use ice magic on that. This shouldn't be too hard of a fight, since we've prepared ourselves quite well. It looks like we inflicted him with sap. Let's go ahead and do another blizzard. That didn't do that much damage. It doesn't have great big amount of info on it. How about magic's water? Was that 1,000 hit of water? I think it was. Oh, big magic. Nice. Nice. We should also cure this this oil, because the fire magic will end up doing a lot more damage to us. We'll have Bosch put a handkerchief on Vossler. There we go. You go ahead and cast water again. It has protect and shell on it. Yeah. Okay.
In vain glory they arose, shouting challenges at the gods, but prevail they did not. Their doom it was to walk the mist until time's end. A legend of the Nemo.
My family tells a story of the Dynast King and an Esper. The story goes that in his youth, the Dynast King defeated a mighty Gigas, for which the gods took heed of him. Thereafter, it was ever bound to him in thraldom.
So, all this time it's been here guarding the Dynast King's treasure?
Not so. The Esper is the Dynast King's treasure.
That's your treasure?
In this Esper we now command rests a power whose worth is beyond any measure.
Is that so? Call me old-fashioned, but I was hoping for a treasure whose worth we could measure.
She tricked both here. But we got our first summon. Now there is a reason why I have not taken into account any quickenings or any espers, because there is some kind of weird manipulation that you can do with the quickenings and the espers with your magic. So, and plus I'm OCD, I gotta have like each little character have their own like little section of quickenings. Like I want this one here, and then there's a quickening right there, and there's a quickening right there, all in one section for one person. And I got a lot to go on this side to get the quickenings over here. A lot of license points in order for me to acquire. But our first summon, I don't think I'm gonna learn it just yet. No, not just yet. But let's go into the next area. This feels a lot safer. And there seems to be a waystone down here, which we're probably not going to use. I still want to explore the rest of the dungeon and grab the chest in there. Though, I do need to carry on to the story by exiting the tomb in order to get to the save point.
What's wrong? Your Majesty, we must go.
What?
He can see her.
You will be avenged.
Now, I've never actually completed this game. I've never actually beaten the game. I don't know how Vaughn can actually see the ghost of Vossler. I have no idea. Okay, let's actually see what the Dawn Shard, or yeah, Dusk Shard, whatever. It should be an accessory. Yeah, the Dawn Shard. Magic resistance plus 20. Reduces MP to 0, though. Ugh. These like Nethicite shards are just they look so good, but they do something, you know, like that has all damage, but you like get silence on, so you would only have to use items. This is good for a a front character like Bosch. But there's nothing more that we need to grab here. Let's go ahead and port out of here, get to the save point, and get started. Read the inscription. By this way, return to the Ye Hall of the Destroyer. By other means, return back to this place. Okay. Let's hope we can save it after this. Nice. Nice. We can save it. We got what we needed. Now, I shall go ahead and talk to you guys about the drops, about the items that end up, you know, spawning in this dungeon, as well as the monsters and what they drop. And then afterwards, we'll go ahead and continue on with the story just a little bit more. Alright, the first enemy we're going to be talking about is the Seekers. We've seen them before in previous caves. We've actually, I don't know if I talked about them or not. I should have. But they can drop a Windstone, an Antidote, a Crooked Fane, Smelling Salts, no, or a Blood Sword. So they can drop them. Must be very rare though, or they spawn in a much more difficult place in order for that to happen. Let's see, you can steal a Windstone, an Iron Sword, a Taurus Gem, Smelling Salts, or a Blood Sword. And you can poach Smelling Salts or Batwing off of them. So I think the various different places because in the guidebook it has like this item is under A, or this item is under B or C under their like description. I think it has to do with locations which they spawn compared to level. So yeah, they dropped a Blood Sword and steal a Blood Sword from here. That's okay. Now we got these like little flaming retards. They are called Talos. They have a chance of dropping Green Liquid, a Firestone, Echo Herbs, or a Broad Axe. Ooh. And I don't see no like little letter near it, so we can probably get a drop from one of these. Let's see. You can also steal Green Liquid, a Firestone, or a High Potion, and you can poach Green Liquid from them. Here we are at one of our first chests that we come across that is not the Demon's Bane, which was down there, or up there, or somewhere. From the look of this is chest number 1. We picked this up before earlier, onion arrows, or a knot of rust. A lot of these chests have a secondary drop of knot of rust, so we don't have to worry about that. But there is... Let's see, let's go ahead and move on to chest number 3 and number 4. They have some interesting items that we may need, that we've, may have use of. They're on the other side of this area. Alright, chest number 3, I think either spawns here or spawns down there, which we would have to go like up and around in that like little bit in order to get to that secret area that we had to unlock somewhat in the story. Chest number 4 should be up there. But chest number 3 was supposed to hold HP status, HP critical. Ally status, HP critical. It was a gambit. And chest number 4 is also a gambit, which I've already got, but I don't quite understand the meaning of it. Chest number 4 has it where it says ally item AMT greater than or equal to 10. Item amount greater than or equal to 10. But I would have no idea what that would be used for. Maybe Phoenix down or something like that? If you have more than 10 Phoenix downs in your inventory, you would end up, you know, using them. But if you have less than that, it would probably take the precedent of using a raise spell. I guess that would be good for a healer class, or for anybody in general, really. If anybody was to fall in battle, I would have to probably test that out somewhat later in my playthrough, in the future, while off camera anyway. Now, we head to chests. Since we're already down here, we're going to head to chests 9, 10, and 11. Okay, while on our way to these chests, we have run across another enemy that we have not yet encountered, a lesser chimera. They have a chance of dropping a firestone, let's see, a handkerchief, a small feather, or a high potion. You can also steal a firestone, a gold needle, or a Taurus gem, and you can poach a small feather or a main glouche. Okay, those are weird statuesque creatures. Let's see if I could find another one along the way. Oh, here's one. Here's a lich, which I don't think we've encountered yet. Nope. On this side, liches drop a dark stone, a glass jewel, an arrow mote, and a phoenix down. You can steal a dark stone, a glass jewel, or smelling salts, and you can poach a glass jewel or a chainmail. Yeah, you could poach a chainmail off of these guys. Quite interesting. Oh. Yeah, go down, go down, go down. Ah. We've run across a lost soul. An undead type enemy. They drop bone fragment, dark stone, antidote, or a teleport stone. You can steal a dark stone, 60 gil, or brazier gloves. Huh, an accessory. And you can poach a bone fragment off of them. Alright, here is where chests 9, 10, and 11 are. But only 10 and 11 are the ones that have good items in them. Alright, chest number 10 has an iron hammer, and chest number 11 has that gambit we were talking about earlier. Just in case if you missed it before. Ah, there is one of those weird faced little creatures with a dark side and a light side. Let's see. They are called Werewolf. You can they can drop a solid stone, an earth stone, eye drops, or a winged helm. Interesting. You can steal earth stone, 60 gil or high potion, and you can poach a solid stone from them. Let's hope they drop a winged helm. Oh, looks like it was 90 gil instead of 60 gil. Oh well. Alright, let's go back down to the chest numbers. We need to take a look at 6, 7, and 8. Now, while on our way to chest 6, 7, and 8, we've also run across a skull warrior that is on the south end of this part. It has a chance of dropping a bone fragment, a dark stone, an alarm clock, or a golden shield. You can steal a dark stone, bone fragment, or 200 gil, and you can poach a bone fragment or a broken spear, which I have to assume that can be used in a bazaar item. Now on the north one, we end up running across some of the same enemies, but we also run across zombies and zombie mages. Zombie mages end up dropping a dark stone, foul flesh, teleport stone, or a balance mote. You can also steal a dark stone, fester foul flesh, 100 gil, and you can actually poach a foul flesh or an arrow mote off of these little guys. Is there any other enemies that I need to give you information on in the Tomb of Wraithwald while I'm here? No, that is all of them. That is all of them. So let's head to chest number 6, 7, and 8, which should be roughly in the same general area. And we went the wrong direction. Alright, here we are at 6, 7, and 8, but only 6 and 8 have any good items. 6 should drop a longbow, or whatever items it may hold, and 8 ends up dropping ghillie boots. Longbow? Gave me a nod of rest that time, that's fine. Do I actually have the item at all? Accessory. I don't. It looks like I'm going to have to do a little bit of farming while off camera. But let's go ahead and backtrack and continue on with the story just a little bit more.
Such a tremendous honor to again be graced with your presence, Majesty. You left us with such great dispatch upon our last encounter that I must confess I had begun to worry that we may have given your majesty some cause for offense.
Such a heartfelt display of remorse. Now what is it you want?
I want you to give me the nethicite.
The nethicite?
That is a base imitation. We seek Wraithwall's legacy, the ancient relics of the Dynast King. Day-affected nethicite. Did you not tell them, Captain Azalus?
Majesty, he speaks of the Dawn Shard. That is the nethicite. Are you mad, Vossler? If we are to save Dalmasca, we must accept the truth. I will fight this profitless battle no more.
Captain Azalus has struck a wise bargain. In return for the Dawn Shard, the Empire will permit Lady Ash to reclaim her throne, and the Kingdom of Dalmasca will be restored. Think on it. An entire kingdom for a stone. You must admit, 'tis more than a fair exchange.
And when all is said and done, your master will have another pet.
Lady Ash, let us take him for the people of Dalmasca. Your Majesty wallows in indecision on peril of their heads. And his shall be the first to fall.
Well, at least your sword is to the point.
To think the relics of the Dynast King were day-affected nethicite, Dr. Sid will be beside himself.
What did you say?
Captain Azalus, take them to Shiva. They should have leave to return to Rabanasta soon. I want you to assess its power.
Did our orders not specify that we return the stone for testing?
I will not chance returning with a stone that is yet unproven.
When we return to Dalmasca, we can announce that you are alive and well. I will then continue our negotiations with the Empire. I believe Lars has the key. He'll listen to us. We should trust him.
Who are you, Vossler, to talk of trust?
A son of Dalmasca.
Our equipment here is limited, so we'll be using the ship's drive to make our assessment. Once we've connected the stone, the reaction should be easily measured.
Methods do not interest me, only results.
Friend? Such heat! The mist, it's burning!
6,800, 6,900, 7,000! This must be day-affected nethicite! The count still climbs!
Ah, we found it at last. True day-affected nethicite. The power of the Dynast King in my hands. Blood alone does not an emperor make, vain.
What is this? Something's wrong!
What is it?
You stand! Hold her down!
What's wrong with her?
I always knew Fran didn't take well to being tied up. I just never knew how much. How about you?
I like Fran's idea. Let's get out of here.
No farther! Sky Pirates, the future of Dalmasca will not be stolen. Why do this, Bosch? This struggle is futile. You must know where it leads.
I do know. All too well.
Alright, we're fighting Vossler now. Okay, we're gonna take control of Penello, actually. Because Vossler has a chance we can steal a black belt off of him. Now the other guys shouldn't prove that hard. It looks like we only managed to steal a potion out of them. So I'll probably end up having to do this fight all over again. But yeah, you let the Vieira win. Hey, don't mess with Fran. Yeah, Vossler is no match. No match at all. That back belt will be mine.
Engine power falling rapidly. It's negative. Impossible.
Engine room, this is the bridge. Report.
What are they doing down there?
Happened?
We have a site draining the ship's power.
Disengage it at once.
I want that
We're
number
trying
3
to stop
unit
that.
sealed. Get me out.
Critical 300. Cascade failure.
Ash, let's go.
All I have done, I've ever thought of Dalmasca first.
I know you do. I would ne'er gainsay your loyalty.
Look on what my haste has wrought. Did I act too quick? Or was your return too late? I can serve her no more. You must take up my charge.
This might get a little dicey.
The mist. It manifests now.
Is that what you call this?
What's that?
I think it's the Dawn Shard.
Then what are we waiting for?
The dreadnought Leviathan is sunk. The 8th Fleet of the Arcadian Imperial Army lost. As word of the events in the yacht sounded throughout the Empire, quit-I Bujerba, citing sudden malady. My true motive, to bring the various counter-imperial forces scattered throughout Ivalice together in unified resistance. By this time, Lady Ash had made her return to Rabanasta. She had not, however, made known her presence. Rather, she was content with keeping both her own whereabouts and those of the Don Shard concealed. Had she chosen then to go before her people, my error in announcing her suicide would be known, to the great detriment of my efforts to assemble a resistance. In such circumstance as the Lady Ash then found herself, even were she to proclaim Dalmasca restored, it would serve only to invite the Empire's wrath. Though Arcadia had lost her 8th fleet, she remained, as ever, a military power with which to be reckoned.
The Rosarian Empire assembles a vast host under guise of martial exercises. It is our belief they wait for the proper pretext, the sooner to make their strike against Arcadia.
The loss of Leviathan and her fleet at such a time comes as a most grievous blow. Were Rosaria to invade, the battle would be hard fought. Had Lord Vayne not deployed the fleet so capriciously, we would not now find ourselves in such perilous circumstance.
Lord Vayne shall be made to answer for his actions. It is the will of the Senate. Excellency, though he be your son, justice must be served.
A convenient thing, justice. And so I must now make a choice between my throne and my son.
A most lamentable situation for us all.
Oh? For Lord Vayne, perhaps. Yet surely Lord Lauser will make for a fine emperor.
Lauser so adores his brother, and he is yet young.
But he will not remain young forever. Already he busies himself unraveling Lord Vayne's tangled skein. Lord Larsa has found his role to play and pursues it with some enthusiasm.
Ah, yes. And who would set him at such tasks?
What matter? Lord Vayne himself once saw his elder brothers brought to like justice, did he not? At your Excellency's behest, as I recall.
You may put yourself at ease, Lord Gramis. So long as the Senate watches over her, Arcadia's well-being will ever be ensured.
By your will, I shall bid Vayne return to Arcades.
So, it was the Dawn Shard that brought down the Imperial fleet.
You know your stuff.
Destructive power of such force. I've seen it once before. Lady Ash, you know of what I speak.
Nabudis.
The capital of Old Nebradia, Lord Rassler's fatherland. At the time of the invasion, a division of Imperials entered the city. There was a mighty explosion. Friend and foe died alike. Something was there. One of the Dynast King's relics. The Midlight Shard was in Nebradia.
More Nethersite. Well, no wonder they invaded.
That ridiculous war. The trap at the treaty signing. All this because Vayne wanted power. He must not be allowed to claim the Nethersite. The Empire must never hold it.
Oh, they already do. The Dusk Shard? Most likely the Midlight Shard, too. Besides, can't they manufacture Nethersite now?
Very well. Then the path set before us is clear. We'll use the Dawn Shard to fight them. Dalmasca does not forget kindness, nor ill deed done. With sword in hand, she aids her allies. Sword in hand, she lays to rest her foes. This Nethersite I hold must be my sword. I will avenge those who have died. And the Empire will know remorse.
You even know how to use it?
The Garif may know. The Garif people live by the old ways. Matricide lore is a part of their culture. They may hear it. The cry of the Nethersite's power. Whispers of the stone's menace.
Dangerous though it be, what we need now is power. Should we declare Dalmasca free without the means to defend our claim, the Empire would crush us. You must take me to meet with the Garif.
They live beyond Osman Plain.
Not exactly close.
Compensation, is that what you want?
Straight to the point, aren't we? I like that. Compensation. How about the ring?
This? Isn't there something else?
No one's forcing you. I'll give it back to you as soon as I find something more valuable.
What do you mean, something more valuable?
Hard to say. I'll know when I find it. What is it you want, Vaughn? What are you looking for?
Me? What am I looking for? I guess... Well, you know...
The Garif are said to dwell in Kirwan.
So they do. We'll need to head south, past the Giza Plains.
It is the rains now in Giza. The wadis will be swollen with the deluge. Passage may be difficult.
But those same waters may also lay open new routes to us.
Regardless, we must go south, yes?
First things first. You're eager to be on your way, I know. But we should see that we're prepared before setting out.
I made my resolve 2 years ago. I swore to overcome any hardship I may face.
Man cannot live by resolve alone, Princess.
Oh, wow, what a huge, huge bit of cutscenes that was. So epic. Epic! Oh. Okay. Now there's a lot of stuff opened up to us. A lot of side quests that we can end up completing. Just... oh, man. So, I believe this is a good stopping place for the video. We've seen a lot of story in this one. So, you guys stay furry, and I will see you all in the next video.